my zodiac sign is Pisces, or my sun sign is Pisces. I'm also an Aquarius moon and then a Scorpio rising, so a real wild.
I'm Amber. I am a Capricorn, Libra, Moon, and Leo rising.
The story of how we met is actually really funny. So we met last year at a party, and at the party, completely did not. We did not know each other, and nor did we care to. We just like went to the party, and we were mutually there. And I think we went our separate ways. We had fun, and then at the end of it, we popped up again, like next to each other. And I was like, "Hey, friend, where you come from? Like, where you been at the whole time?"
I was downstairs eating tacos.
Right. And then fast forward, her and my best friend actually matched on Hinge. So her and my best friend matched on Hinge, and my best friend wasn't really interested, but my best friend also was like, why is it that we just met and she didn't say nothing to me when we were like there and in person, but now we just matched on Hinge? And then I'm trying to think.
She ended up following me.
I was being a creep.
Shortly after, she ended up following me on Instagram, and I basically sent out an open invite, like, hey, I'm making po' boys. If anybody wants to come over, free food. And so she was like,
my hungry ass was like,
me and my friend could come over. And I was like, come on, I have enough for everybody. And so
at this point, I'm still trying to hook them up. Like, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be matchmaker. Like, they're gonna be together. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have po' boys. We're gonna have dinner. It's gonna be great. And I ended up going over, and the whole time I was doing my hair for a whole nother party, not paying them mind, like hoping that they just like connected, but like while I was busy and stuff.
The whole time, for some reason, I couldn't give you an exact reason, but for some reason, I could not stop talking to her. Like me and her friend were in the living room, but my conversation was just like me and Lexxus. She's in the bathroom. I can't even see her, but I'm still, like keeping conversation with her the whole time. And then, she went to her party, her friend left, we went our separate ways, and I'll say about a day or so later, I just like messaged her on Instagram, and I was like, I know this is kind of random, but I love your voice.
She liked my voice. Yeah. And I remember texting my friend too, my best friend at the time, and I was like, is she fucking hitting on me right now? Like, I screenshotted it and was like, is she hitting on me? I'm not really good at picking up signals, so when she did that, I was trying to figure it out myself. My friend was like, 1,010% she's hitting on you. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try, I'm gonna give it a chance. We ended up hanging out for the first time and found out that we had the same tattoo in the same location for our 18th birthdays. Like, we literally got the same tattoo. And I think after that, we were still kind of like, I don't know where this is going. Like, I don't know, especially because I am a wild child. And I thought she was like so militant. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna work. Like, she might
pull a wet blanket. Is what she
I used to call her because I was like, she's like, I'm just gonna be too wild for her. I'm gonna be too crazy. And then, kind of tragedy, I ended up finding mold in my apartment. My the house that I was living in was exposed to like mold, like really bad. And my landlord was like, you got to move out in a week. And I was like, damn, I don't even know where I'm gonna go. And this is kind of, we laugh about it now because this is such a typical lesbian, it's such a typical lesbian love story. But she, afterwards, I was like trying to figure out where I was gonna go. I was honestly just frantic. And she literally looked at me and was like, don't even fret, I got an extra room, move in with me. And I'm like, oh my God, excuse me? Like, I don't know, I just met you and you want me to move in with you? But intuition versus anxiety. Anxiety told me like, don't trust her, but intuition was like, absolutely trust her, because the healed version of me felt very safe and very confident that like, this was somebody that I really loved. Like, I ain't know it yet, but I was like, I fuck with her real heavy. So we moved in, and honestly, we've been inseparable ever since. That's my baby.
And we have our manimals, our children at home too. So kind of adopted each other's animals and
everything.
One big family.
everything flowed. Everything worked out. Like I think like just the move. I was so worried about just moving in and like how things were gonna work, if we were gonna mesh. I was very like, just because we move in together don't mean that we go, don't mean that everything just happens that way. And then it turns out that once we moved in together, I was like, no, I love you. I love you for real. I knew that I can trust and build with her the moment that um, I had to move out of my apartment, and she, like I said, like looked me dead in my eye and was like, "Don't even worry about it. Move in." Even my friends, that I love and I cherish and I care for, they were like, "Ooh, like I can help you move. Good luck with that." Like, and not even in a shady way, but they just didn't have capacity, nor did I think they wanted to like take on like everything that came with me moving in with them. And it was almost like it was so easy. It was so easy for her to just be like, listen, just like trust that I got you. I think maybe 2 weeks before that, maybe even 3 weeks before that, I actually got pneumonia, which I don't know if that was tied to the house or not, but I got pneumonia and I was like, I posted on my story and I'm like, I'm so sick. I'm just gonna sit here and die, and it'll be fine. And she literally messaged me and was like, "Girl, don't do that. Go to the hospital right now. If I have to pick you up, I'm gonna pick you up, and you gonna go." And it's like little stuff like that that I'm like, this is, she doesn't have to be this person, but I'm so happy that she is. Like, I'm so happy that I have somebody on my side and on my team to honestly look out for me in a way that I look out for her.
I think for me it was the fact that not only were we total opposites in aspects of our lives in terms of like she's the wild child and I'm calm, but we had a lot of similarities, and with me and her it just flowed. There was no overworking on either of our parts. It's kind of a mutual give and take throughout the whole time that we have known each other. And I feel like just that aspect of me, like not feeling that I'm overworking or forcing, basically her to give me a chance, that I was like, okay, I really think that this is something that's going to work out.
Amber makes me feel seen, loved, and heard every day, every day. And it really is just the little things. In the morning when I get up, she knows that I like my robe, I like my warmth, and so she'll get up and she'll bring me my robe, and we make coffee, we make breakfast. Like our schedules and how we flow, just kind of flow effortlessly. She Hold on. I'm gonna think about that for a second. Actually, you go first. You go first. Yeah, I'm thinking. Because otherwise, I'm gonna go on a tangent. And so I'm gonna get my words together.
Okay. Just honestly, she gives me the love and care that I know that I deserve and desire. I don't feel like I'm unwanted in any way, shape, or form. Just the small things, like helping each other throughout the day without even asking, like going out of her way to bring me my slippers, after I get out of the shower, boom, here's your slippers right here, or picking out an outfit, or just the very small things that typically, like you wouldn't have somebody else do for you. That's what I feel like we both do for each other. We came up with the agreement after she found out that I was a really good cook, that I would cook, she would clean. But in my mind, I'm like, you know what? For you, I want to cook and clean. Just because I love you that much. And now, like, we have this whole thing where we want to do so much for each other that we're just both kind of, like collectively giving, and the reciprocation. It's just amazing. This is something that I've never had before, and honestly, I love it. I love it here.
Yeah. Okay. Good point, because I think that like it doesn't even feel like giving. Like I think the way that we flow. I've been in a lot of kind of like shitty relationships, And I've never had someone that like genuinely listens to me, and not only that, but like wants to take care of me in a way that is just beyond like, hey, I'm doing this for you because I want acknowledgement that I'm doing this for you. But she wants to see me be great. We want to see each other be great. Like, we're doing this together. We're building this together. It's not just it's us. We workshop through. We wake up and choose each other every day. I think that when I'm upset, when I'm feeling like I need somebody, I don't have to question if she's there. Like, it doesn't feel like what am I looking for? It doesn't feel like I'm reaching out to somebody, because I know that like she is like ready to be there for me and ready to help me see it through too if I have any issues. Yeah, I hope that answered that.
The fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. People that I've talked to in the past, I feel like if I was, like being my inner childish self, like it would be too much for them, and they would be aggravated and, like agitated and just didn't want to have fun. But we're such goofballs. We can sit there and joke and have fun about basically anything. We always tend to reference a song or a movie line or something, especially SpongeBob, to, like anything that we're, like talking about, randomly bursting out into dances and stuff. Like we really, really have fun. And I actually love that. Like I could be goofy, even though, I'm very calm and collected or quiet. I do have, like a side where, like I just like to have fun, and she has that as well, and I feel like that's probably the best part.
Yeah. My favorite part is that we balance each other out surprisingly well. I think that everything that I was kind of adamant about at the beginning, I was like, oh, she's so militant. Like, she has schedule and I don't. And so she makes sure that we're on time and we're on track for places, but I make sure we're there and we having a good time. I also feel like we know each other without necessarily like having to think too hard about it. There's a lot of times in which like we finish each other's sentences, or I'm thinking something and she says it, or vice versa, and it feels like we belong here. Like, we've been doing this forever. Like, I know her forever. Every day is an adventure. But yeah, I have so much fun. We laugh, like guttural laugh. Like, we be having the time of our lives. I don't think I've ever, especially because I think it's my Aquarius moon, like I think I've been very good about being together but separate with my past partners, where it's like, oh, okay, like we're together, but we aren't one person. I've never understood like people meshing in that way. But now I get it. I'm like, that's my right hand. Like, me and her, we like this. But it's so easy. It's like we can be in a place, and I don't think we need very much in order for us to have a good time. I also think that I feel safe with her around. I know that like just the security of our relationship doesn't have to be vocalized because I feel it. If you've lost your faith in finding love, don't give up. Because I did too. I swear to you, at that party, I was like, I'm not going to find my wife here. I said it to everybody. I was like, I'm not going to find my wife here. And funny story, I swear to you, I did. I think that like when you're on a path where you know what you want and you are ready to sacrifice like other things in order to get it, like, I don't want this, I don't want that. Sometimes you're gonna run into people that are gonna question you or be like, you're asking for too much, you're doing too much. You're not. How you deserve to be loved, how you want to be loved, that person is out there. And just because you haven't found them yet does not mean that they don't exist. They're probably in the house. They're probably sleeping. You know what I mean? They're probably napping or something. Because that's what she was. We was both sleeping in the house separately. Yeah, don't give up, because I know that they're out there for you.
Yeah, I think I would absolutely say the same thing. Just keep the faith and don't give up. And also trust your intuition. I've had my moments where, deep down, I have thought, like, maybe I shouldn't be with this person, but I would still be persistent in trying to, like, make something work that didn't. And also, like, I've come across people that could have been good for me, but, I still had my eyes focused on this other person that for whatever reason, like, I just wanted to be with them instead of trusting my intuition and being with the person that, like, wanted to treat me well. And that's what I did in this situation. And I don't think we've had one day where we were just completely unhappy. It's been months, and it feels like, we're still in that honeymoon phase. And honestly and truly, I hope it lasts forever.
I'm like, I don't think it's gonna end. I do think that like they say, like, wake up and choose your person. It is very much that. It's like understanding that wake up and choose yourself, but also, choose that person, because in knowing that you deserve this love, it's also understanding that someone that loves you will give you that love. And if that person, like, gives you that love, like, you deserve to, or you should also give them that love back. It's the give and take of knowing that, like, not every day is going to be perfect. Not every day is going to be fun. We just got done moving. So, like, life was stressful. But it's like knowing that none of this, it has to be done alone. And it has to, like, we've been doing things together, and it just feels great. It feels great to have somebody doing this with me, choosing me every day as I choose her.